Why is the screen so dark today? Oh, there it goes. All right. Let me get to my chair here. Pull this forward. We got the light we want. Slide this back. What in the hell is going on with my screen today? Hold on, everybody. Do you see that problem, dear?
Yeah. Did you change the brightness?
No, I didn't. Hey guys, I'm having a little bit of a problem with screen brightness here. Bear with me. We'll just do that. Maybe that'll fix it. I was trying to auto brightness, and I think it's probably a little dirt over the eye. All right, we're here. How's it going? Good evening. We got Question Girl with us again. Although I promise I won't turn the camera over to her fully again for at least a little while. But she did honor your request, and you will have a cooking video coming up, which is pretty cool. She's shaking her head back there. Ready for the snow? I am not ready for the snow. But what I am ready is, oh, thank you, Jason, is for chocolate milk. I'm a chocolate milk fiend. Forgot this was in the fridge. It's about to expire. So, like a kid in a candy store, straight out the jug. Oh, the dairy poops I shall have. Anyway, uh, I don't know if we're supposed to get more snow right away. We're supposed to get some rain tomorrow, but that's
I
about
thought we
it.
were getting some on Wednesday, Thursday.
You heard rumors, Wolfgeist? What rumors have you heard? Rumors of snow? Rumors of something else? Rumors of betrayal? Hopefully not betrayal. We are a bit early, guys, so do bear with me. We will be doing our special here soon. Picking on your buddy Jeff, which
3 to 6 inches, Anna.
3 to 6 inches. You all keep that in Nebraska. Yeah.
Anna, is that for you or for us?
Jimmy, I'm glad you're here. Picking on your buddy Jeff. I don't know how I've been picking on your buddy Jeff. I actually haven't had a chance to talk to Jeff in several days or a week or so. I always give him shit though every time. Snowing in Colorado. James, believe it or not, we go to Colorado fairly often. Corey Hepp is another Coloradoan. I think that's how you would say that. And so, yeah, 12 to, oh my God, 12 to 24. You can keep that.
Oh my god. No, thank you.
Look, it's David for you,
Hi,
dear.
David.
I'll be honest, she loves all of you, but David's probably like been her favorite. So
I don't have
Dublin,
favorites. I just some
Checking
who rise
Dublin.
to the top and
Now is
rise
that
a
like
little faster than others.
it's like Dublin over in Ireland? Because that'd be pretty cool. And hey, Don Bundy's here. Hello, Don Bundy, and happy Thanksgiving. Uh, Speaking of Don Bundy, I'll go ahead. I'm going to announce this again later. For anybody who's on here who's new, make sure that you click the link in the comment on the Patreon video to get here. You should be watching this on YouTube. If you're not watching it on YouTube and comment on YouTube, I can't see your comments, right? And that's how you're going to purchase a special. That's how you're also going to be able to purchase the weekend at the Reptile House. That's right. We are going to be auctioning a weekend at the Reptile House because of this magnificent beard that you got to see me. What are you doing? Knock that off. That you got to see me stroking in the opening. Um, and that weekend was donated by Don. So he kind of said, look, I'm not going to be able to make with scheduling, so take that, auction that weekend off, and give it to those kids at Christmas. We're going to try to raise a little extra money for those kids at Christmas. I want to say we currently raised around $350, which is awesome. Yeah. But more is going to be coming, hopefully today, from whatever this weekend draws. I have no idea what it's going to draw. Like, to me, that's a total wild card. So I'm really interested we're going to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a braid that hair. That is one thing. They're actually talking about allowing us to keep beards all year. We'll see. It'd be a huge policy change. We have a new chief, so, maybe. What's going on, Cody? But we'll see if they allow that. If they do allow that, then I may end up keeping probably this part, but I'll probably get rid of this part because it makes me look like I just hit puberty. So you haven't shaved over a year. I wouldn't look, man, if I went a year without shaving, it'd probably be like this long. But they'll never let us braid it or color it or anything like that. They're still going to be pretty strict on like grooming policy. Like our hair is not allowed to touch our collar. We're not allowed to do a lot of things just because I guess we're in the public eye so much. And it is still the Midwest. So, cognizant of where we're at, right? So they were very, very tight on some of those things. All right, dear, what time do you got?
8 o'clock.
Oh, it is 8 o'clock. I guess it's on the computer. So what we're going to do, guys, we're going to take a few questions. We're going to hang out till about 8:05, 8:10. At that point, we're giving people time to show up, and then we'll go over the rules. We'll do the charity auction, not the charity, sorry, the auction for the snake first, and then the charity auction for the weekend after. This is a pretty cool snake, I think. I'm excited about it. One that I think is, I think, hopefully will generate a lot of interest. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
All right, so what's going on? Anybody have any questions before we get started about how this is going to work? I anticipate doing a reverse auction for the snake and then a real auction for the reptile weekend. That's how we're going to roll things. So we'll kind of just see how it rolls. Yeah, I don't have to do the rat tubs. Kurt does all that, thank God. You're going to sit on that? Okay, that'll work.
And I can read the comments too.
Oh, yay. You can read the comments too. One thing I've learned is when I do a live, and I've had Kurt help me with some, and then I've had her help me with some, but I have found that I like to be the one running the True Moo. Is that what it says on there? Friendly Farms. I like to be the one front of the camera because I see all the comments. When Kurt's running it, he only reads 1 in 20. And so I feel like nobody's there. I'm like, was anybody saying, well, yeah, they're just saying hi and this and that. I'm like, oh, well, I want to know that stuff. But if he sat there and read every one, we'd never get through a video either. So, yeah, I'd say it is. The girl to quit eating, especially if she's breed size. I mean, it can be at that 1,000-gram wall. Typically what happens...
Jimmy, I'm sorry.
I didn't get to see that.
One of Jimmy's breeders died.
Oh, I'm so sorry, man. Oh, man. Was it a breeder female rat or a snake? Obviously, I've got more love for the snake than the rat, but anything's always sad. Rats are definitely easier and quicker to replace, at least, but it still sucks. But as far as the females not eating, you'll have some that won't, but typically some point this should be a tipping point for them, or if they're going to breed, they should start pounding food at some point. Now, we've got a lot of females who aren't on feed from just laying, things like that, so we're kind of on that. It just kind of depends on your season how it runs, but it's pretty typical for them to kind of cycle. Try small meals. I know I missed something here. I wanted to 2 a.m. Wow. And yes, Chad Lee, we will probably do more Sobek videos. We've got one planned. What we're going to do is, so we had a heat system on there for him, and he broke it because he's a jerk. And so we've been racking our brain. I bought a new heater. You can't bite through stuff to surround it the same way. We're trying to find a way to weight it. We were looking for, though, is Kurt on here? It is Kurt saying rats are awesome. So Kurt can chime in on this too if he wants. Can't stay for the special? Oh, bummer. All right, Pride of Texas, it was good having you pop in. We're looking for bricks with those holes in them, those little decorative bricks with 3 holes. We're not going to have that, so we're going to have to make holes in bricks. The bricks will weight the water heater down, and we're going to film when we do that and show all kind of that set up. I want to do some more stuff to his cage, like maybe some cover for him. We'll film and show that. And then if we can get him where he feeds like he used to, ever since we moved him, because he's got years of storage. He only eats in when he wants, and he only eats in seclusion, and sometimes he will only parts of things, like just the head. He has stored a few things for me to find later, which is always fun, but he is still full of piss and vinegar. It's still purely crock. So I am showing it is 8:04. Kurt is going to bid. That would be awesome if Kurt bids up. But I'm going to warn you, Kurt, if you try to bid up the reptile house and you win it, you're still expected to pay for it for those kids. So that would be the deal on that. Yeah, sometimes when you bid an auction up, you get stuck winning it. This all happened to us on eBay sometime. We're like, ah, shit.
It's a romantic weekend for you and Jen.
Yeah. And since you're here, I don't have to entertain your ass. So please win it, Kurt. I don't have to do it. I'm just kidding. So anyway, rats can be fun. It's just never been my bag, So the nice thing for me is Kurt handles all that. I handle all this. We come together on feed night and works good. Yeah, that's fine. You can tell when you've grown up in the woods when you hold a bottle over your forearm like that, right? We did, David, the one that got away. We did find that rat. I set a trap for it, but that stupid rat went back in Sobek's cage, and then he myrtleated it and left it. I mean, but you could tell what happened to it. That makes some sense. And William, I can see your messages for the special. You are on. I am able to see those. You are good to go. Nick, you haven't missed much. We're just getting ready to start. So And Rick, that is a good deal. 2 Rexes, so you're gonna go for. I'm trying to think. I think Rexes are the head hairless for rats. So you're gonna do the hairless, what I call nutsack rats, because they really look like this living scrotum with the tail. They're the most disgusting looking things ever.
No, thank you.
Have you seen them?
No, thank
You've
you.
never seen the hairless rats?
No.
Oh God, I'll have to show them to you. They're horrible looking. It's all good, Nick. Don't bid. No, bid. Everybody should bid. Yeah, that is a rat that lost in the net. I mean, it literally went back into the croc cage, and why he waited till then to kill it, I don't know. It must have pissed him off because he didn't eat it. He just thumped it, you know. So there is that, and you wouldn't have to worry about them tossing up fur if you did the hairless. But I have found that some of my ball pythons don't like hairless. We fed them off. Some of them don't care. Usually, it's my big females when they're very aggressively eating will take the hairless without giving a crap, while the other ones look at them and are like, I'm not eating the walking ball sack, and I kind of don't blame them. I wouldn't either. All right, guys, well, I'm showing it's 8:06.
Have you thought about eating walking balls?
No. Have you?
No.
You'd be more in line with you than me. We're just going to leave that there.
The likelihood of that nutsack getting that going
Down. You've had 2 that shed and regrow their hair. That's weird. I've never seen that. But again, not with the rats every day, Don. That'd be a Kurt question. Maybe you can chime in on that, on what's going on with that. What's up, Kat? All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and introduce you to the snake. So, do you want to grab it and do the Vanna White thing? It is 190704. 190704. So, what's going on, Hick from Sticks? I love that.
Somebody didn't shut the drawer.
Oh, was it still in the drawer?
No, it's trying to escape.
But it didn't escape, did it?
I'm trying to pull it out.
Oh, yeah, let me help you out.
Oh God, I don't want to crush it.
Stop. You're not going to crush it. Apparently, when I was checking to make sure I had the one I wanted, I didn't close it all the way. So we almost had to hunt and find the snake live on camera, but we didn't. So, tell us what you've got here, dear. This will be the reverse auction snake of the day.
I have a snake.
You have a snake.
It's a snaky snake.
What
And
kind
it
of
goes.
what kind of snake is that, dear?
Kind that sticks out its tongue.
What morph? Come on, you're better than this.
Banana black pastel.
Just banana, no black pastel. So just a really high colored banana. Let's set that down there. We'll get some good contrast pictures of it. This will try to show you the color. If I can get that thing to focus. I said focus. There we go. So you can really see the color, especially if I shade the light somehow. Which one is it? Oh, we're doing it. This is why we need Kurt for that lighting game. Okay, this is why, yeah, I suck at camera work. Let's all admit it, Matt sucks at camera work. There you go. There's a lot of really good lavender in that. It's just a really nice banana. This is from the Patreon special clutch. So this is one that was bred specifically for you guys. Kurt won't let you take a break from working. Hey, everybody, welcome Emberleaf. And remember, Emberleaf is the gentleman who unfortunately had the house fire. Tell Kurt that he should let him have a break so he can bid.
And is this a male or a female, honey?
That's just it. Not as bad as the Alex guy. This one, let me flip it around so I can show you guys. I have got listed as, but I'll double check it because these are always a little bit sketchy to, to do and believe what you see. I have got listed as a female. Oh, let me look under your hood. The people want to see. But you can see there. Despite me trying, I cannot get a pink and pop. So what we have is, well, we missed all the banana black pastel stuff for you guys. We did hit 2 bananas and a black pastel, and one of those bananas happened to be a female. So one thing I failed to do a very good job of is looking at what the market value of females is currently today.
I don't have a phone over here.
I do. So here you go. Hold on to that. Had to be a female. So did you need a female banana or did you just need a banana? I'm going to pull up the market value really quick. Kind of what I would put this at if we were going to price it, and then we'll start the auction from there. Because females, they're not as rare as they were a while ago. Everybody needs a fourth banana, right? But they are still, I think, rarer than males. So that is, kind of nice. So we'll see what they've been going for. The more female makers are out there. Oh, and Megan, I will explain how it works for everybody. So that's not too bad. We'll set it at there. So the way this reverse auction works, well, the Black Monday special part is because the price is going to go down. So Megan, what we'll do is we're going to set the price of this, and this will be a shipped price, okay? So then what we'll do is we'll continually lower the price until somebody says sold. The first person to say sold gets a snake for that price listed as shipped. That is to the 48 states here connected. So if you're in Alaska or Hawaii or Canada, I can't ship there, so you're out of luck. Sorry.
I'll call that the Continental 48.
I'll call it whatever I want. Oh, a peanut gallery over here. So we'll go from there, and then it's sold. Now, if you live locally, like if you're local to pick it up, then we always say you can take $50 off of that price since we don't have to ship it. It usually costs us more than 50, but there you go. As far as shipping, this one's weighing in right at 65 grand. So, or 65 grand, 65 grams. There's a big difference in that in and that in there. That yeah. So it's going to take a bit, and with winter shipping, it's just going to be hit and miss. So we will be waiting on shipping till the time is right. Winter kind of came a little early, so we missed a bunch of shipments, and then we had a weekend where we could ship a bunch of stuff out. I got a lot out, and we typically get to ship through December at points. It's just a matter of finding the right Monday that the weather's nice, and if not, then we sit and we wait and we ship when we can. So I am a ways from Denver. We are, the first year is actually the harder part to ship. So, and heat the sump water. I guess I'm confused. Katie Lynn, we usually require a deposit down of at least, well, on these we have been doing straight payment, honestly, because it's a special. So, some babies, I mean, it just depends. I have babies that come in anywhere from, as light as 28, I think is the lightest I've ever had. And then I've had them go all the way out till we usually do at least 50% payment on the day of, and then the rest due before shipping. And then we've had it go out. I've had babies weigh 85 at birth, so it's just really kind of hit and miss. These have taken a few meals, and then everything kind of with the weather change and all this traffic in here kind of slowed.
So cute.
But it's, let me see it. As you can see, its body condition is doing really good. I mean, we don't have super skinny tail. There's no loose skin on it. Things are looking good for it. So I'm feeling pretty confident in this little one. It's just, just born a little small like all of them. This was from a clutch that had about 9 eggs, I believe. So I want to say the babies from here were in the 50s, 55 to 60 to start. So they're not growing super fast, but not growing super slow. Just kind of right there. The bananas are some of the smaller ones, but half fed. All right. We ready to do it?
Let's do it.
So, from what I could tell, the going rate on a female would be about $325. So we're going to start this at about $375 with shipping. Yeah, Megan, we could. I mean, as long as we usually do, like I say, 50% down on the day of, on these charity auctions, or not charity, but on these specials. But we can work with people if we need to. But we're going to start this at $375, and we're going to start the auction now. So the first person to type sold here on YouTube, make sure on YouTube and not on Patreon. You got to be watching this on YouTube. So click the little square there at the bottom, or copy and paste the link I put in the comments and put it there. And then we're gonna do this now at $365. That's a female banana shipped to your door. for $365. It's really cool. It's got this almost like orange stain right there. Kind of neat. And now we're going to send it to you for $355. Buffering, I'm sorry, Mr. Mathers. Don't let it buffer too much because right now you can get a female banana shipped to your door for $345. So $345 for a female banana shipped to your door. That seems crazy. Let's go ahead and do it to $335. Help me keep track and make sure I'm going the right direction. So we were at $335, right? So you might as well do it shipped at $325. So now we're going $325. Remember, this is a female, and that is shipped. SOL, not there yet. Oh, I'm sorry, Disney on Wheels. I know you're in Europe, otherwise you'd be taking it home. So now somebody can we chat on YouTube? I can see you on YouTube. Yes. Now we can do it for 300. What was that?
315.
315. She says we're at 350. Well, if we're at 350, we should be at 305.
No,
so now
no,
it's 305.
just...
I know, we're going down quicker that way, see?
Okay.
Yeah, I was playing on that, but you're ruining my game. So $305, because I went 325, you went 315, so I went right down to 305.
Can I make a suggestion?
What?
When people type sold, they type in the number that it's being purchased at.
Huh?
Because sometimes you talk and it doesn't have time to catch up.
I know, but you know what happens then? I give them the best price.
Okay.
They get the best price. So if I say something and it comes in later, they get the best price.
Okay, so $295.
$295. She dropped it down to $295 for this little animal here.
And that includes shipping.
$295 shipped for a female banana. That's pretty good. Now we're really getting towards the deal. So let's go ahead. Hey, if somebody gets it, you got it. Woo! Your girl would kill you. Even if you can get it for $285, even if you can get it for $285 shipped, she'd kill you. You'd say it's a female banana that I just got for $275 shipped. Now that's a smoking deal. Yeah. Because males I'd sell. Males are usually like $250 shipped, and now you're getting a female for $265 shipped. I can't believe you're still here. What are you still doing here? You should be going to your new home because you're selling for $255 shipped. $255 shipped for a female banana. Look at her in all of her banana glory. And with bad. Oh, there it is. Sold at, what were we at? 255?
I think so.
I think we're at 255. Sold to Jason Ross. Here, I'm going to put her back in her cage. I'm going to go ahead and make a notation on that. So we'll do 255. Sold Jason Ross. See, if I don't do it now, I have a hard time remembering what I did, and I have to spend all day going back to the video. So give me just 1 second. Bam, that's on there. Okay, now everybody, don't leave. Don't leave. You can go ahead and put that one back up.
Okay.
It's so we can get back warmed up. Because, oh, you were in at 250 and he beat you at 255, huh? I'm sorry. I've been there. 200 you'd have taken her and asked for forgiveness. And it is a heck of a deal. But here's the thing. I want these to be good deals. So when they're a good deal, I know it seems like it's counterintuitive the way a business should work. And remember, we got one more special auction to do. But when it's a good deal, yeah, I get less money selling that for $255 than I could ever sell it for. I could do better than that on the show. And said no for even set a price, because at $255, I'm really probably only selling that for $200, and then I have to ship it and all that. So it's gonna, that's it. I could do way better than on a female banana show, easy. But the thing is, this is supposed to be about you guys getting good deals, and you guys support us so much. The monthly special should be a good deal. So I truly do like when it's going to be there. If you can meet me in KC, that's right. Then you can take $50 off that price. So just do $205, Jason, and I'll put. I'll make that notation.
Yeah. And Jason, we'll be there for Christmas. So we'll be there the 21st and 22nd and the 24th and 25th.
Yep, because you are a local pickup, because I've done that before. As a matter of fact, if you guys remember, I want to say it was Mr. Ross that appeared in a video with us when we did the snake purchase where I drove the car and the snake sale. We met in the parking lot at Sam's Club. I think it was a Sam's Club. Buying snakes at Sam's Club's video. It might have been that one. So I get to procrastinate. And Trisha, if you need, we actually just filmed another video on that the other night. So sees that one. Well, oh, which one did I miss, Jimmy? Gotta go back and see what I missed. I don't know what I missed. At Lowe's, yep. So there you go. You see them a little lower than 300 for which one? For female bananas. Sometimes you can find them, but I appreciate it, Jason. I just heard it beep. So, all right, guys, we got that part done. So let's do this other part. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to start the bidding, and what this bidding will be is it. That is obviously true. And now do a mail. Well, we do have a mail that we will be doing at some point, but we're not going to do it now. We do have a good video on that too, Trish. We just filmed another one because it was a long time ago we did it. So this auction is going to be for a weekend here at the house. And again, what has happened, everything that this auction sells for will go directly to, we're almost at the end of November, so it's going to go to our total for the Hair for the Holidays, which goes, basically the way this works is Hair for the Holidays is my employer's way of collecting, like through our union actually, and our employer grants us the ability to do it. And we collect money, and then it goes to the charity that is called, I want to say it's now called Cops and Kids. It used to be called Shop with a Cop, but then some jerk face actually went and like patented the name and tried to charge us for it. So that money then goes from there, and then it sets, and it's used, every penny is used to take kids shopping that wouldn't have a Christmas. And they should get to go shopping at our local Walmart, who's a big sponsor of it. And they're taken shopping by police officers and firefighters and first responders who then physically take these kids shopping so they can get Christmas for their families. So it's a really cool thing. It's near and dear to my heart because, one, I think it brings a little joy to some people that otherwise wouldn't have any, especially at this season. Two, I think it helps to show a better side of us to a community that doesn't always get to see it, and also to kids that don't always get to see it. So it's, I think it pays dividends long term. So that's what this auction is going to be for. And this weekend, like I say, was donated by Don Bundy. So that's what who's giving this weekend up. So you'll be able to book it anytime. You just need to let me know. And of course, if you book it when we're here, which is most weekends, I'm around somewhere, we'll gladly, take you through all the animals. We'll take you through the reptile zoo. She'll cook for you, right? Yeah, she'll make a meal. She's saying yes. And all of those things. So you'll get the full experience, just like if you'd won the weekend or if you're one of our top level subscribers. All right. So what do you think we should open it up at?
$50.
$50?
50 bucks.
Okay, let's open the bidding. And again,
I mean, there's no like countertops in the kitchen, and there's still plastic wrap on the rafters.
well, there might be countertops in the kitchen by the time they stay here. We've got the money for it.
Okay, 50. We opened the bidding at 50.
So
we got
$50. 50. So do I hear
75?
We
We'll
hear
go
75. Do we hear 75? Oh,
got
100.
Do we have 125?
We hear 125. TJ's there at 100 right now, guys. He's got the lead. So Disney on Wheels, you have to go over 100. 125. I see Jimmy Slocum. Chad Walton at 200.
Do we hear 225?
Do we hear anything above? Yeah, 225.
You
225.
very well.
Well, we can't. We both do it.
Well,
Are you doing it?
I do the auction.
She's doing the auction. There you go.
225. Do you hear 225? 225. 225. Looking for 225. We have 225. 225. 225.
225.
225 at Sean. 225. Do your 250. Looking for 250. Looking for 250 for the kids. Do it for the kids. Nope. We're up to 225.
Patrick, there's a 225 that I see.
Yep, got 250.
250.
Do we hear 275? 275 for the kids to go shopping. 275 to bring Christmas to some children who wouldn't otherwise see it. Do we hear 275 for
Disney on Wheels?
Weekend
Yep.
with,
Okay. See it. Chad's got you beat there.
two fun people.
And camera guy Kurt.
Maybe even Jen.
Two fun people and camera guy Kurt.
Do her 275. Come on, people, 275. Do it for the kids. 275, 275. Looking for 275, 275, 275, 275. You might even get a basketball game in this if you come on the right night.
That's possible. Not the
So,
KU game, I got sold out.
No, not take KU. But 275. Come on, 275.
You gotta say 250 going once.
250 going once. And we're looking
I
at
got
chat.
no idea on the plane ticket.
250 going twice. All right. We are sold for $250.
Question Girl says sold. So here's what you gotta do. Oh, use a sump filter. Now I see what. Okay. Probably because we didn't install a sound filter, and I don't know if we could do that low enough. But let's go back and get this part done. So we have 250. The first one was Chad Walton at that. Let me make a notation just so I don't forget. And Chad, the way you do that is just you can PayPal that directly to us, and then we'll send it on where it needs to go. Now, that's going to get our total up around, see, we'll probably be close to $600, maybe $700. So that is really cool, guys.
That's really neat.
I mean, and again, I know I've already said thank you, and thank you, Don, first of all, for donating that. And sorry, I'm laughing. I'm laughing at the date. Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Did you see that?
I saw
Okay,
that.
but I want to say again, thanks to Don for donating that weekend, and thanks to everybody who's donated to the charity. It means a lot because it's my local community, and it's pretty awesome. And so, and to see a single based on previous comment, that's pretty funny too. So it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time for those kids. It helps out everything. So, what's my PayPal? You'll donate another 50. The PayPal is, you know what? I'm gonna see if I can. I'm gonna try something. Maybe I can do it this way, and then I can just link it here. Unless one of you wants to link it for me, that'd be awesome. You know what I can do? I will link the PayPal address on the Patreon portion because I just can't seem to get it to do it here. Unfortunately, it's just not how it works very well. Ah,
Anyway, but on a side story, I know that Matt gets to have the cop side of taking the kids shopping, but from the classroom teacher side, where you have these kids in your classroom day in and day out, and you get to see the fact that they come to school with no socks all year long, and they have foot rot going on because of some of those situations, and you know that their Christmas is the extent of garage sale leftovers, and they're thrilled with them if they're lucky. And there's some of the sweetest kids, but also some of the kids that come from some very humble homes. So anyway, so I get to see the day in and day out of what it looks like and working with those kids in the classroom. But I know it has long lasting effects, and those kids, when they come to school after going shopping over the weekend, they are lit up. They're full of joy. They can't wait to talk about how they got to go shopping and buy whatever they wanted. And
they never get that experience.
No, and they go out to lunch or breakfast. I think it's breakfast. They go to IHOP.
It's breakfast. It's IHOP. That's where we take them now. We used to take them to Sirloin Stockade for it closed. I let them tear that buffet the fuck up, man.
But anyway, it's real sweet to hear them. They don't get to go out to breakfast, and they don't get to do little things like get the whipped cream pancakes that have
Oh look, chat! I posted it in the comments. So
chocolate chips, but anyway, and you get to see the brand new coat, because they always make sure to get the kids the basics that they need, couple of pairs of shoes, clothes, in addition to taking them shopping, to getting presents and letting the kids go shopping. They also talk with the school social workers, and they talk with classroom teachers, and they find out what are things that they need in school beyond just the here are the toys that we want. So anyway, thank you.
And Chad, that hasn't shown up yet. Let me make sure I put it in there right, because it should just be mattgambrell@hotmail.com. There should be some links to all of our other videos. So if you check there, you could go for that.
And Christopher, we did do the specials, and we also auctioned off a weekend here at the Reptile House.
Yeah, we did do that. So the special was a female banana. So that was what the special was. And, to kind of compound on what Aaron says too, not only is it the shopping port, that might have just been it going off too, because it just went ding, which usually means, Chad, it just came through. So it's just slightly delayed. We got it in here. Then something else beeped. That was probably just Outlook telling me it came in. So the other thing about it that I think is really neat is when, she talked about getting the basics and them getting to go shopping and do all that for a day. When I say that we take them shopping, it's not like a couple cops and 50 kids turned loose in Walmart. It's one-on-one. I mean, the only time it's not one-on-one is if you have like siblings. One cop may take the siblings, things like that. So they get one-on-one interaction and one-on-one treatment, with uh, people in the community that they usually see. I hate to say it, but showing up to take mom or dad to jail, or a lot of times. I mean, I've done this and had families who I've taken shopping, uh, and like you know, it. You've arrested their parents or their aunt and uncle, and here you are taking these kids shopping, and it makes a difference for them long term. They see you differently, and the families see you differently because they're not always seeing you then as you're only going to show up and take me to jail. You're going to show up, and it makes it's a huge thing. And I saw that Disney. I didn't even think about the exchange rate. I'm sorry. We do only U.S. here. I apologize because I don't even know how to do exchange rate on that. But that would be technically correct. So anyway, and I'm seeing an outpouring come in from people, and I just think it's awesome. We've just raised more, so you guys mean the world to me.
Us.
Well, us. I guess I should say us, and really all of Olympus. I mean, Kurt's on here, so other than him, the rest of you mean the world to me. He does too. I'm just giving him shit because, I mean, the donations that you guys put really are what's grown our business, and it's what allows us to do what we do. It allows us to keep making videos, and allows me to work 75 hours a week on a short week. But hopefully one day I can do just one job and work 50 hours a week at this.
Disney, possibly. Last year, they allowed the officers to continue in December if they continued raising donations for the charity. So Matt was able to do a second month and do an additional, I think we did 2 months of care for them.
Well, what it was is last year, of course, we had a different administration last year. So last year, every year they've ever done it, it's been $100 minimum donation in November to grow your beard, right? And then they said, hey, if you'll donate an additional 50, which we had gone way beyond that in December, then you could keep your beard. So that was kind of how we did it. Now our new administration is actually thinking of changing the policy and allowing facial hair all year. So it might be there where I can keep it. And Megan, I'm not real sure. It'll be in December sometime. Usually we try to do one of these a month. So we try to do one auction every month or giveaway or something of that nature for you guys on a monthly basis. There's been a few times I've had to do 2 in 1 month and done one at the very beginning, one at the end because I kind of got behind. And sometimes that happens with holidays. December's kind of a rough one because I know we got Christmas. Everybody's going to be traveling for that or gone or doing family stuff. Then I know we're going to be gone over the New Year. So there's a chance December might get pushed into early January, or maybe I just taught camera guy Kurt to do it, which is always fun. He actually did really good his last one. I was extremely proud of him. I thought he did a wonderful job. Mm-hmm. He's not a big fan of being on camera, but I can tell you what, he's come a long way and gotten a lot more comfortable. So, and I appreciate that, Megan. And stick with us because we're going to keep doing this, and as it grows, we'll be able to do more. This year, our snake production, we're almost at an end. I guess I should tell you guys, we did. Oh yeah, Darkness dropped her clutch quite a while ago, about a month ago almost. Well, maybe not quite, maybe 3 weeks ago.
And Chad, it's my favorite. Whenever Matt's going to be off for multiple days, I ask him not to shave.
Although in 2 days I grow nothing. I mean, this is 25 days. And yes, TJ will still be able to take donations in December. So kind of the way this runs is a lot of what we do this year, may not even fund kids till next year. They make sure they have enough to guarantee how many kids we can fund. So the way it kind of runs is, we want to always be able to do at least 75 kids. They have to make sure they have that. So, if we can take donations in December, it may end up funding, but it always goes to fund those kids. I mean, it may not be, right then, but it definitely will be. So November 7th. Yeah, David knows exactly when they were laid. So almost a month ago now, getting close to it, which is kind of cool because they're laid November 7th. They'll be like Christmas babies. We'll see. I think we had 6 eggs. I expect 4 to hatch. I expect 2 not to. Again, one thing I was going to get into, and we'll get into it in more detail with you guys here at some point. We just had our last clutch laid. So that was really cool. But during the late summer, there you go, Chad.
I'm just letting you know, Chad. The Midwest summers aren't much cooler, but hopefully the pool will
Pool should be running, hopefully.
up and running.
And they're a lot less humid than Georgia, I can tell you that. I grew up in southeast Kansas, which really isn't that far north of Georgia. I mean, it's kind of right in with Arkansas. And I'm used to that, 95-degree temperature and 98% humidity. And I can tell you, a summer up here ain't nothing like that. 95 up here ain't like 95 down there. So it's definitely nicer in the summer. But winter is cold as hell. So March would be great. We can check it out. Christopher would be perfect.
First weekend of March is I believe Fake Patty's Day for Matt.
Oh yeah.
That would not be a good one to come up because he will be working all weekend as an officer that weekend.
Actually, I think it's a different weekend in March than the last weekend in February. I'll have to look into that.
Okay.
But I'll
we'll
double check.
Out.
Most of them are open, so.
Yeah. How great would that be to have March
Sorry, Megan.
Madness?
We'll do more. Well, we won't have March Madness here because it'll be somewhere else. 350 round trip, and there is actually an airport here in Kansas. Yeah, there's an airport in Kansas. There's actually an airport here in Manhattan. It's a regional airport, so I know it has direct flights from Dallas and Chicago. So in those areas,
it's American Airlines and something else.
We can probably work you up with some chauffeur service if you fly into Manhattan. Kurt works at the airport, so we can figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll get you here. We'll get you here anyway. So, what I was getting to is actually this year, I mean, we had two things that kind of happened, and I've really been digging in. Every year you lose some babies. And do we do tours? Yeah, Megan, if you want to come down here and just check it out on a day trip, hit me up. We can certainly do that. Probably, yeah, probably. So, yeah, we're big enough for an airport. I know. Be careful, Nebraskans. We're going to a bowl game this year after all. Actually, Nebraska may go bowling. They got to get one more win. I actually hope they do it. I'd like to see Nebraska return to some prominence. Then I'd like to play them and get that rivalry back. It's just me, though. Yeah, we could certainly do it. From Dallas, yeah, they fly Dallas direct. But this year, our production is probably going to be only slightly up from last year, which is a little bit of a bummer. And, I was kind of feeling a little down about some things. We had several babies we've lost this year and things. And you always have a handful of babies you lose every year. It's the nature of the beast. It sucks. It is what it is. But in doing some checking, it just seemed like the ones we lost are ones that were like ones I tend to feel a little more. I hate losing anything, but, Oh, it wants to donate 5 coral glows that he wants to sell for the charity. I'm not sure how to do that, but we can do it. I'll tell you what, just send me a text. I'll put my number in the comments, Dusty, and if you want to sell those for the charity, we'll try to figure out a way to make that happen. I'm not exactly sure how to do that.
What's a coral?
It's like a banana.
Okay.
But I'll try to figure it out. That's for sure. So I think the factors at play were if you live close to Kansas City, even easier. The factors at play, though, in causing that were more likely like, the Carmels. I mean, they put her numbers down significantly. And then the Hestia, who's clutched the whole thing with South retained egg, that put her numbers down. So there were some extenuating circumstances. Then I noticed a higher rate of failures on hatching once we moved. So, and I think the cause of that was moving the eggs from here to the house where the incubator is. And I didn't think they'd be out in temperature so long for a temperature shock to be an issue. But I just think the movement, when you're in a Jeep and it's bumping around and doing that, it's kind of, I think that caused me some issues. So we won't have that next year. I do think we'll do better. And I think we have isolated what some of our problems are. So, yeah. And the hidden caramel, on one side, Christopher, we knew it was possible. Like we had 4 females that we knew were possible het caramel, 50% each. And so the 2 that went this year proved to be het caramel. So yeah, and then the male was the one that was the complete unknown. But by the time one set hatched and we knew, oh shit, this actually has caramel in it, the other ones were already laid. There was nothing we could do. But yeah, Dusty, if you're close to Kansas City, hit me up. I mean, we'll figure out a way to make it work. And I mean, they literally, honestly, guys, and we do all of our big fundraising for that at this point in the year. And they'll take donations all year long. So even if we do that sale throughout the year and do that like that, we can donate it to her for the holidays and make sure those kids get
How's
things
Hestia?
taken care of. Oh, Hestia, she's doing really good. She has passed more of the egg material. I still haven't got her back on food yet, but she also hasn't shed yet after laying her eggs, so that's not that uncommon, you know. But you can see she's looking pretty decent. I'm not seeing any blood or anything at all that I haven't seen any of that. Around the tail looks good. Nothing looks retained. Body condition is skinny, but that's to be expected too post lay. So all in all, she's doing pretty good, and I have really high hopes for her. Go on, girlie. And as you can see too, she's got good movement, good body control. So, so everything's looking really good for her. Whoop, don't stick your nose up there. Get back in there. She tried to almost pop out on me there at the very end. All right, guys. No, I never get those odds on positive genes. That's par for the course. How long can a female hold on to sperm? As someone told me earlier, it could be up to 2 seasons. And Disney on Wheels, that's true. You know, that is true. They can do longer than that. I've heard of one instance of 7 years, but that is not normal. They can certainly go a long time. I think having retained sperm from the year before is not uncommon, but 2 years would be the longer out, the more common it goes. That would be kind of thing to do. Listen, breeders. You know what? And that's the thing too, guys. I mean, if you're in Olathe, if they have something like this too, and you want to do that and donate those to your local, I understand. And it is a great charity, and it should be everywhere. It really should. So, and it can mess with breeding plans. We've had a retained sperm clutch before, and when you cut those eggs, you're like, "What the hell are you?" It does catch you off guard. So, if you guys are interested in something locally like that there in Olathe, let me let me do some talking to some people, and I'll see if there's something similar set up there. You may not have hair for the holidays per se, but their local FOP may also do something like that too. So,
Having taught in Olathe, I know that a lot of the schools there in the USD 233 district have stuff already established with local elementary schools. If you contact some of those principals at any of the buildings, there's a lot of charities that have already stepped up to do a lot of similar items.
will they take
So-
cop shopping with the kids though?
I believe so.
Okay.
So definitely hit them up. I know the Olathe Police Department does something similar. I know, I believe Spring Hill as well. In
She's a
addition
KC
to,
girl.
I believe Bonner does.
Gardner.
So Gardner does. So there's a lot of districts in the Kansas City area for supporting cops and kids. David, tonight we're having hot ham and cheese sliders. So
What she
Matt
doesn't know is I
doesn't
went to
like-
Buffalo Wild Wings like at 3 o'clock and like gorged because I didn't get lunch.
Okay,
That's
so it
kinda
might be
lame.
frozen pizza.
Might be
So-
Frozen pizza. And yes,
No sense making all that food for just me.
and yes, Jimmy, if you have other snakes coming, so let's say you've got a snake you're waiting on and you win the special, we'll reduce shipping for you because we can put 2 in one box. And you know, if you win another special, instead of paying shipping twice, we'll reduce that so we put it in one box. So everything we can do to help you out on that, we're gonna do. Just because it's, you know, if we're saving economically shipping like by using one box, we're gonna pass it on to you. And truth be told, guys, the way I do shipping cost on a normal snake, if you're at one of the levels where you get discounted shipping or free shipping, just let me know when you buy, and we'll do that too. Now on the specials, they're a shipped price, so they don't do it that way. But toys for tickets, wow, that's pretty cool. But when you do, yeah, I saw that, Jimmy. But that's okay. They're doing great. We'll still get to send them out to you so we get another warm day. I'm chuckling because I do that all the time. Especially if you give me 4 numbers, I'll take the 2 in the middle and flip them. It's probably a mild form of dyslexia, but I do that constantly. It is rather annoying. I have to double check my numbers all the time because I'll swap the middle too. So if it's like 7468, I'll get 7648. Did you ever do that? No. What does that teach?
Like when you invert numbers.
Yeah.
Inverting numbers.
Is that a disease? Am I sick?
No.
It's just a normal thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I have a disease.
Okay, dyslexia is not a disease. And golly, see what I deal with, people? Raised in a barn under a rock next to the horse turd.
I was raised next to the world. I was raised next to the second biggest shovel in the world. Big Brutus. Look that thing up. And happy birthday, David. And don't worry about that timber. Mine does that shit all the time and he goes back on food. Actually, one thing you can do to trick him into going back on food is he's probably, since this is his first year out of captivity, I believe, he's probably looking to hibernate. So just shut off his heat, keep him at room temp for about 3 or 4 weeks, and then turn his heat back on. He'll probably start eating for you again.
And I'm telling you, he's worse than my behavior kids. And they lay on the floor and make weird noises all day long.
I can start doing that.
No, you already do that in your sleep.
You did that. He'll come around. As long as his body condition's going good, he'll come around. Remember, man, those rattlesnakes can go. They're built to go forever without eating. It's pretty common for them to go a long time. All right, guys. Well, unless you guys got anything else, we've been at this for almost an hour. I'm going to hop off of here because tomorrow I have to go through and make sure I can set up so I can be gone for a few days for Thanksgiving and enjoy my turkey day. But we are starting breeding here. We've had probably, I don't know, probably got 5 or 6, 7 locks going on right now. I've already had to move one male to a second girl, which is good. And I know everybody was really bummed. Can you bring a friend? Yeah, sure, Chad. Make it a date weekend. I don't care. That's fine by me.
It's your weekend.
It's your weekend, absolutely.
You could bring a couple friends. I mean,
there's only one bed, so make sure you know them well.
And there's a futon. So, I mean.
Well, Chad, okay. Yeah, there is a futon, so we can accommodate.
He makes things weird.
All the time. Just for you.
Thanks.
I'm not making them weird. I'm just saying. Bring friends
yeah,
you know
but I
well.
mean, bring friends. I mean, this is your weekend. I mean, enjoy it.
And anyway, the one thing I wanted to share too is obviously it was well documented our loss of the killer zebra bee exanthic, or just killer zebra bee, I guess all I gotta say, right? So this year I've already had Zeus starting pairing, and he is pairing to 2 pastel exanthics, visuals, and also the pastel head exanthic. So we are going to have, because I know there's always a clamor for the exanthic stuff, we never have enough. I do anticipate A, having more of that next year, and B, having awkward turtle. Aren't we all friends? Guess we're all coming to a reptile party. And 2, I hope to recreate my goal. So, and I don't know if it'll be before, it'll probably be after Thanksgiving would be my guess. Oh no, not yet, because this was
already married. Remember, you were saying your husband would be okay with it.
Yeah, so that'd make things awkward. This one will be, this is our auction for November, so our next one will certainly be after Thanksgiving. It's currently set to 1 a month. Now, if Patreon continues to grow, there will be a point that gets increased, because at a certain point, there's enough people on here that 1 a month doesn't give enough people a chance to jump in on something, and we'd have to increase it to 2. So, there you go. Dumped on a live stream. That's pretty harsh, right? All right, guys. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for what you do for me, for Olympus, and for these few months for all the kids in our community that, in a community that you don't live in, that you don't deal with, yet you still do something for them. So I really, really appreciate it. It's awesome. A non-spider super pastel. We probably will. I mean, the odds are there. I mean, it's there. So hopefully we get them. Hopefully we get tons and tons of stuff. Anyway. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Good night. See y'all next time.